Vilma here with CrossFit Antics, and we are going to talk about the butt wink. What the heck is a butt wink? You may have heard us talk about it in class lately. It's been something that I've been noticing with our back squat cycle. So I want to talk about what it looks like and how to fix it. What it is at the bottom of the squat, what we're looking for is our hip crease, which is this point here, to be below our knees. We want to maintain a neutral flat back, our feet flat on the ground, and our chest up, right? A butt wink occurs when we go beyond that point and our hips tuck up underneath. So if you see here, I have a little bit of a curve back here in my low back. We want to avoid that. That's actually a very injurious position. It loads up the lumbar spine, and it can create some disc problems in the future. Back in the day, ass to grass was a pretty common practice, so you wanted to get as low as you can go. But now, as we are progressing in our knowledge with CrossFit and different weightlifting movements, we realize that getting as low as possible and losing our lumbar spine is not a safe or effective position for anybody. So this is what we call a butt wink right here. I'm great at butt winks. And so my pelvis is tucked under, and I am basically in a flexed position with my low back. Why is that bad? Two reasons. A, it can cause disc injuries, like I stated earlier, but also B, from a force production standpoint, it's not effective. It's a leak in the system. So it's losing tension in your hips, which makes your core weak, and then you end up compromising your low back again, but also not making gains because you're not keeping a nice tight system. So there is a degree of low back flexion that is considered appropriate, and that is, if you watch my hips, even if I go down slow, see there's a little bit of rotation there? Boom. But my back is still flat. So my hips are rotating underneath slightly, but my back is still flat. Now, if I drop any lower, too much. But if I stay up here, this is not below parallel. So right here, slight rotation's okay, but I'm not bottoming out. The other thing to keep in mind is when you are squatting, if you collapse in that bottom position, you're more likely to not be able to get back up. You're losing tension in your hamstrings, and you're basically trying to bounce out of the bottom. When you guys are working through your back squat cycle, you need to make sure that you're not doing that. How do we fix this? A, slow down. I get on you guys all the time about your squats, whether that's an air squat, a back squat, a front squat, an overhead squat, I don't care. I want you guys to slow down. Slow down, feel all those positions. See where your body is in space. That way you can assess and address any issues in your squat movement. Number two, get comfortable with static holds. So that may require, in the warm-up, if we see air squats, you're gonna hold, come all the way down, hold for a couple seconds, and then come back up. It's uncomfortable, but it's gonna help retrain some of that muscle memory so that you're not bottoming out every time. The third thing is go light. So reinforce that good movement behavior. That way, as you go heavy, you're maintaining those points of performance and not reverting back to old habits. If you guys have any further questions, you can always ask me. You can direct message me or send us via email or stop in by the gym. But again, work on having the perfect squat. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have a great afternoon.